Good evening, you welcome to the news on Flip. I'm Christian. Let's take a look at some of the headlines. And breaking news, House of Reps orders the suspension of the Cbn policy, cash policy, summons the central bank governor. Media houses using debates to insult politicians, that's Orji Kalu. And Yusuf Lasson, former Austrian Labour Party governorship candidate, joins the PDP. Davido set to perform first time at World Cup closing ceremony and declares Only as my father, Delta man tells court. And lastly, 80% of Nigerians will vote Peter Obi or Haneze predicts. Let's take a look at the news in detail. The House of Representatives has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to halt the implementation of the new cash withdrawal policy slated for January 9th, 2023, pending compliance with the provisions of the Act establishing the bank. The House also announced Cbn Governor Godwin Emefiele, in accordance with the provision of the Central Bank Act, to brief the chamber on several policies of the bank in recent times. Details later on that report. On the media houses, and Orji Kalu, Senate Chief Whip Orji Kalu has accused some media houses of turning their platforms to avenue for insulting politicians in the country. Kalu said this yesterday in Abuja while addressing reporters on presidential debates organized by some broadcast stations ahead of the 2023 general elections. He said the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did the right thing for not honoring the invitation of a national television station that organized such a debate recently. The Abia North senator insisted that rather than attend such debate, he would go and sell his programs to the electorate. Kalu said, well, let me tell you, they turn it to be an insult. If I were Bola Tinubu, I would not go there. I don't pretend. I'm not a politician that pretends. Rather, I would go to the people that would vote. Journalists have turned the media to an avenue for insulting politicians. And also, the candidate of the Labour Party in the 2022 Osun governorship election, Lasson Yusuf, has joined the People's Democratic Party. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State announced Lasson's defection on Wednesday at the party's presidential campaign rally in Osogbo, the state capital. The rally was attended by the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, his running mate Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, PDP National Chairman Iyorchia Ayu, and the PDP Presidential Campaign Council Chairman Governor Odom Emmanuel of Akwa Ibom State, among other party chieftains. Lasson was a former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in Osun State. He contested alongside Adeleke in the July 16, 2022 election, but lost to the PDP candidate. On Davido, music star Davido is set to perform at the closing ceremony of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The music star, who has stayed away from social media and events aside from his uncle Ademola Adeleke's inauguration ceremony since the death of his son, Ifeanyi, has confirmed that he will be performing in Qatar. Chinese businessman Stephen Hong shared the news via his Instagram story on Thursday. Hong expressed his excitement, saying, "So happy that my bro Ash Davido confirmed he will be performing at the World Cup Qatar closing ceremony. Can't wait to see him there." The World Cup closing ceremony will take place on the 18th of December. Our 27-year-old man and father of 3 children, Mr. Emmanuel Sonwolu, has filed a suit before the Delta State High Court sitting in Efunu, Uwe local government area, urging the court to declare the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as his father in the suit number EHC 148-2022 between Emmanuel Moses Sanwo-Olu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The claimant averred that he was a product of a relationship between his mother, Grace Moses, and the defendant in 1994-1995. Also, in his writ of summons issued by J.O. Aikpopo Martins, the claimant is praying the court for the following: a declaration that the defendant is the biological father of the claimant begotten from Madam Grace Moses of Oleri, Delta State, and order directing and compelling the defendant to acknowledge and accord the claimant all the rights of his son in accordance with all the laws applicable, whether customarily, statutorily, or constitutionally. An order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendant from further denying the parenthood of the claimant in the 19th paragraph statement of claim attached to the writ said Sanwo-Olu worked with a private company in Warri, Delta State from 1994 to 1995, and in the course of working and living in the community, he had a relationship with a girl known as Grace Moses from Oleri village near Warri, Metropolis, Delta State. On Haneze predicting Obi's chances of winning, National Vice President of the Igbo Sociocultural organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Chief Damian Okeke, has said that over 80% of Nigerian eligible voters will vote for the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, in the 2023 general elections. He said Obi will get the percentage because of the change agenda he has set in place and the wide endorsement from Afenifere, Middle Belt leaders, and many other ethnic, socio-cultural organizations across the country. Okeke again, also is the Southeast Zonal Coordinator of the Peter Obi Ahmed Dati Presidential Campaign Committee, stated this at the inauguration of Anambra State Obi Dati Presidential Campaign Committee on Wednesday in Awka, the state capital. According to him, the Southeast support for Peter Obi was not for Igbo interest, but for the good of Nigerians at large. We don't want to make our support to Peter Obi an Igbo affair, and we are not supporting him because he's an Igbo man. Ohanaeze's support for Peter Obi and Ahmed Dati is for the national interest. Ohanaeze is fully in support of the Peter Obi Ahmed Dati joint ticket. We are fully in support of it, in and out. With that, we've come to the end of the news on Flip. I'm Christian Chico. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.